will question or examine. Doesn't make it.
Opportunity to do the autopsy.
Now,
remember, yes, autopsy, and Casako Funo, never autopsy. The funeral can be where it is. Now, what for?
Exactly, but was he given the power to do that?
No, but you can't go with the police and an
exactly.
ambulance, and then you expect. You can't go with the police and an ambulance. Now,
Papa, you are saying the same thing, and that's why Papa, as someone can order to children went in Mubusa.
Yes, so what they flew hot to where they needed a Busia Penny to be there. Mami Brempomaa has brought an audio altar or say Oko Jinaho, almost say Mema Yema no Enhufuno. But I was say Anka Busia Penny Ewoho, or no kita paper. Oh no,
exactly. And now Obia the D1 Krata and also no should have accompanied the woman. Mama, oh the mama me submission. Mama me submission. Yeah, Mama me submission, bro. No, David, been person over boame. Oh, unkano correct. No, let me finish. Every I mean, can maybe Chironi Obeka. What I say, maybe to mean Chirao send your own kata. What I say, meant to mean Chirao send your own kata. Yes, in Tiname can say near Odi a mover come watchery. A dear was so much more right to the cops, you know. Any other person cannot go there for anything. Only power, a transition or any mortuary. Would a mamma maybe I may bomb watching to one theatre and your colleague mortuary assembly and your confanachos. Yes, say transition, say a brutal mortuary, sanity, transition. Go and read what transition means. It means that woman has no power to go to even near the place. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a person or and it's Onya and Crawford would one crack and also be. So inside the local said this is part of the family, this one is part of the family, and we want to do this procedure. And suddenly I'm to me. It's me, all those send me what Akosua Brempomaa side, no. The same Akosua Brempomaa, so we need power. Your man to me, our own to me in Koye. That is what I'm trying to make you understand. And yet, a matter of fighting, but that woman has has right to have done what you should have done if your boy man can issue. Because it's also important. Say that thing should be done. How can you play with your brother in collaboration? What show me? Yeah, no.
What you say? Yeah. First autopsy.
Yeah. Did you see any autopsy? Have you seen any autopsy? Did you see anything?
Okay, continue.
Have you seen any autopsy? Did you see something? Okay? Let me tell you, Lumba's case is no more private. Okay. Lumba case in a private idiom, a public domain case, which has to be open to the public.
Autopsy.
Boss, let me tell you something. Was there an issue on Atamil's demise?
Yes, more than this.
Did the family, did Atamil's family, forget about the family. Now we are dealing with another family. Atamil's family. Oh, hey, Nabutre, me say, Atamil's be by say. Public.
You are saying public, but we are no, Pap, you are contradicting yourself.
But you are contradicting yourself. Me say. Atamil's ebusu need be by say on you okay with Atamil's rule and tiango.
We no need Ghana na.
Ebusu penny say on you okay na. Ne man so me comfortable na.
No need Ghana.
I thought say he didn't follow the whole thing.
Okay with the comprehension we are having here. That's your business, okay? You make can say, oh, my say, oh, but you what did you talk?
So we need your so who interactive you might have no option to make that for me. The rule is that
how smart are you, bro? You know if you're smart, bro. If you're smart, you know asking certain questions. Okay.
But I may clarify this, Mr. Mo. I may clear this. Obi Kasa, the rule is that allow the person to talk because there are some people who interrupting the obe forgetting answer mo be kenyina, and it's not fair. So be because now be interrupting no now the obenya ho now the obeka wan asem Mr. Mo. Enti manen
Okay.
kasa wi ade de wo kasa wi a I mean I want to
Okay.
keep the whole day to talk. Now also so question be na comment.
Okay.
Mr. Mo.
Yeah. At our mills, president and after government ain't seizing the phone. They never seized it. Okay, almost seizing the phone, not almost keeping out from the families. Okay, and so the family never came out to ask for any further whatever, and it never even came to the public said they are looking for autopsy, whatever it is. Like the family would have power to hold it down. Let me tell you, the Akosua Brempomaa, it started from somewhere. Now, the country is treating Lumba as an ordinary citizen, which wasn't fair because something wasn't right from the beginning. It's also government nanka Lumba bewu, nanka say a state barrier, yema the befitting barrier, nanka Lumba, nanka the microphone si baby I museum, no be a corner so to nanka it makes sense. But now what happened? Because the beginning of the situation looks like family are interested in the matter, so government has to step out. One who ya on left Ghana engine government to make a befitting barrier for the person. Because they are treating Lumba like me and you right now as an ordinary man, and that's not fair. That's what we are saying. What you are saying? Until let's put all these things aside. Akosua Brempomaa had every right to say, no, I'm not satisfied. Do what you because Amamre she is the eldest daughter, and she stands for the mother. Ojina homa mame. Yes, sir. I think so. Some of you here, that's the situation. And can you see how it is? Some of you here are not married. You don't even understand common marriage conversation or common marriage language. Which is not an issue. Okay? What I'm ending my conversation is okay, let's stop lying, especially the men here who are acting like women. Even women, a man in your opportunity, no more born common poor. They don't speak like some of you. You are too emotional. You should be logic and understand. Say this is how it should be. Say, a man when you have a training idea. Okay, but that's me. Sorry, my chance. Me why? It's a let's say forget about court issue. Forget about if anything court. I say court in the buy. No, it is favoring one person more than the other. I feel say it should be fair. Say these women are wives. These women are wives. Okay, so what is good for A should be good for B. Let's put things right. And it's not about lying or putting certain things there to make other people feel bad. And the men here, please. Bema, and no can say Bema na kofa we about and a man you come with bomb. You know what is your if anything what doing saying apart from the court case, what doing saying maybe.
Okay, I'll open up for question comments.
Pacho, me and comedy ketu bi na me nsi. Ayi baby a o kan say Brempomaa oni tumi a onu abetumi di akofa body na koye yini na wo say ebusua pani na nkoboa ne na sefo no. On say ye kan nyina nipa bebre ho a from the genesis of the whole issue no omo enimo omo ba bebora mfimfin baby.
Ebusua pani kan ni transition character mpo no ni power. That's what I'm telling you. Need power to let anybody go near the thing.
You say, "What's stop Uncle for you?" I would say he's coming in.
Master, Jai emotions,
Exactly. So what you say? Also, Jai exactly.
You see, Jai emotions,
Now come
on.
I master na all country. I I didn't use bullshit. One was watching in I never use bullshit. I don't insult men.
I'm saying he doesn't have to use the word bullshit.
I never use bullshit. What is that bullshit?
Me pacho bullshit. Why? Pap, mama come slow. Me
I say another I say bibi kasache waje. Why?
Why should someone walk? Also,
bullshit. What do you mean? You want to lie on me, you liar? I said what? Me pato mo say make bullshit.
One kasa kwa
Oh, Debbie, me I don't speak to men like that, oh, boss. Me I never speak to men like that.
We too emotional crossing.
Yes, mama emotional. Mama emotional.
Let's focus on the
Right.
conversation. Let's focus on the conversation.
Correction kakra bi na meye wa hanom. Ose Brempomaa ekọ ho no mo na nka wose onya busuapani be ye yi bla 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 bla. Ensem ni nyina no. Abusuapani say autopsy no. Enkwala na de ani mu omakwa akoye. Na emomu da no wo kasa no me se wo bi ahwe ya UTV eye live. Entini yenye de tie nyi bibia mfiri mu. Woka ye nyina yetada moment ubetumi akole studio ho na ne awose wo kan waka enti ni woka ye no eye life obi ate ye abusuapani say autopsy no e woni ho monte ano report no na emom e wo so mo pe doctor na busuafo ne tenase na ote ano because ono abusuapani no onye medical doctor na doctor ni read no mu nyina hu yale a ekun lled Lumba ipacho so bi wa ha wotie ya asem ma mekan obe support ni America
the me musa the pa question bi why adepa ma wa wi me musa question say lled Lumba uji dis ya ye no autopsy na ye adepa wo host no wo hu ne say
I mean, so almost so my dear. I mean, so my say autopsy. What type of life? Any the son I've been a watcher. What?
No, na some now.
I'm married. You want to hope. That's what I know.
Alfa meba ebusuapani kasa
ye bia Brempomaa de na won asem na woka
ebusuapani kasa wiye no e na wo kire se emprempren ya wo studio ho a wo kasa se ne mu behu ne nokre ene ne papa wo ye nti no se ebusuane nyese wono o tetim anase wodi mpapemu ba no Brempomaa pa omma studio fo ni bi UTV workers ni bi en panifoni bi nka ne ho no mo nen ono abusuapani ni enko so opese wo ye biemu a no mo nkonko ye autopsy ni foforo no kra na enya no kre mo amutie ye no wankasa
okan no kre
the batanya no kre da abusuapani ni power on the transition only power. You didn't need in fact.
Obianka say o power we can say ma o kan.
On to me din anim and America to on to me din anim. You
see, you are not. When you are talking, people believe you. People believe what you're saying.
Did you ask a question? You asked the question, so I can give you an answer whether it's true or not.
Let's not be too personal. I mean,
don't do that.
And attacking.
Please
let's have the conversation. I mean,
you mute yourself. You mute yourself. Apart from the host, nobody can tell me to mute. You mute yourself.
Allow him to talk.
No, you mute yourself. You mute yourself, bro.
But me sure say obu ofu and I said there's something going on. We are not fighting.
Me buck off the crowd. I want to see me go for once, papa.
Hey, boss. On no papa no joke. I mean, he plays a lot. It don't take it too personal. He plays.
I'm family serious. That's how when you come here. What? You don't go.
Wait. Okay. Enti eba ne sa no. Ena busuapani on de ono kan ye. Say omobe ena timusoso ensofuo. Irresponsible wives. Almost say, almost did sika. Edi ama Brempomaa. And almost start ye. Ashanti Queen. Ene okesi. Almost start ye no almost ye. Sika na. Ya jiji awie no. Afedi mami. Emerging kwaye autopsy na. Wasi den or court. Inti court wa uko ye nitin we nya daje. Aden. Ye nya mofra wo.
If I told you, say, Okohona Yafa Mano, okay.
Asama, Okohini Yanfamano.
When I catch you say that woman has no rights. Me know one side wa how. Me nya be ma. Me know one side wa how.
Behavior you poor exhibit.
Me know one side. Me ba me know one side wa how.
Ade papa, na you control obi kasa ono so kasa, won so obi kasa me mu obi ankasa. One guy dey kasa.
Aye den afẹ dia media make am wo so so ma no.
Hey boss, say o man submission ana. Ana comment.
It looks like me come on and me there no or titi
me na make. And
kafra sorry. And kafra
was o man yet say we respond to you na so.
Yeah, na me dem no respond. No, me
sorry why.
We don't want to comment.
Okay. Enemy that's it. Me sorry why. Me say that's it.
Na wo beye wo ye den kura wo beye sa na wo tie wo beye
what's we invite me say me nyawo so me nyawo so
eti me I don't have a problem me I don't easily get angry so I don't have a problem eti e ba ne sa no e na o mudidi sika no mo de ma o sika ya moagye adi wankwanko yade ye bisa wa wo si na 2 days bi aye e fe ne say wo court ni ti wo ntumi anya da ono akasa na num wo ntumi anada de ankwanko ye e de ba de e na busu apani nya bi sama mi kuro ye wo nua be ma wo kremu se wo do na ene wo ne nama wo si ayi Ghana fo hu mobo ye nka bi ma wo ti ni suwe ye kosie lled Lumba ye fense ye de da no ya mfa na nkwankwo hye kokua mu ba bi o baba yara sports stadium ene ye de lled Lumba ye no mo kura na ye nye abusuani ade kura ni tumi kokwohwe lled Lumba na wo abusuani wo si wuna wo ye lled Lumba nua pani ne maame ewu ye wuna wusi na nenti no sese ne ye kakura na ne maame
ko kwhwe lled Lumba hu de yan hu no
tie me na me de me nkamasem wo kuro ya no wantumi ankwa na bio na se wo so pe evidence a adenti na wankọ ho no wankọ ankohwe na wankọ anko feel body na ehunu se me kọ ho no me hu se me nua ne da ho na sabi aponche bi ne da ho elo no wugina ho na wo ka wo bi aka bi ama na we de wo kwakọ pe ba bi atena wantumi anko pay last respect amfan ama wo nua na wo wie ya wo si yenkotu wo nua fu na wo nkonkohwe wo nua no na wo ehu no. What kind of life is this? I wanted to use some word, but me person me ye.
So free.
Ade, ma me na dia wo ye no ho, so obi suso so a, na me kuma. Etumi ye machia ma, ugu wo nua nanim ase, wo tani nua no. Ade na wo nua ye nkonkotu ni fu na wo nkonko, wo da ho kora no wantumi ankwankwohwe no. Ni yakwa kwesie na sese ame no ke lled Lumba wapro. Etu kwa kope efu no wo de koye den ana wo de kwa kope ne nkasa de akoye nsumuni ema ana ase den e di abrabo no e de ba de e na mami wo pe be hwe wo nua wo se wo ma ya kwa kwesie na dinki enfefu ni ntu ho no ma emfie be ye wo ye kopa Brempomaa acho bla na be hwe wo nua no bla be hwe wo nua no e di be biem na busua pani wo nye e di be biem e na Odo Bronii wo nye mo lled Lumba ono ane blood ni moja sebe ni hunsu oba obi no wa babonti ababeka kire obi se wo ma hu ayi ni papa
if I told me man mo amudi intro bebrebe nya ade na mo account na 0 likes ni 59 ade mo nyina mo yepe mo members
enkwala ni nyina no obi ameka saye adenti ena wo efe ne say mami wo de wo se chinchina wo nti ase etika mo pe bibi kura na enkola no mu di animo no enka mo krampo na they have to come out to say oh ye papa kura no say ni say ya nye say ansa na nka ye bia mo follow obi so oh na enkola ne kura say ya ka amasembe ye de na enkola ne kura ne they are quiet because munim ye sisi nyina adena yanya ye tenchen ye momu no ye kotu achi ye hwa na papa no ekwan mo fa susie no enye papa na wo se ye ni se wo se didi ko ni kurom wo ma mo kasa no mo kurom ye he babusua mu nsam kura no muntumi pon kan wie ye na wo pe ba obi abusua ba bia ye sie no ehwo no hia mo ase ye mfa ni nkosia Between some way cramp and be some was Ghana.
But you're for one see why you're for one see that's bebre.
Who can say bebre? No me put the me to bebre ba o ka say.
Because what's now can you who nine until say ya kasa no. Ya meeting say you're for one.
Ni wo pap wanya kukudro ba be gina ha no mo. E na wo ya ntoto a. E na we e na say. Ensema mekan wan kasa ye se bla behwe wunu wa ama. Ni akosie wunu ya na. Ye dey bi.
Break kakra mo se atamils. Mekuma ena nane atamils. My friend is say ya. Or see omu view body no. Or say omu ye autopsy. Or say thrombosis onya blood clots. Omu dini do hospital for injection no we. Intimpacho aseme ho no.
Actually, this is o can treat more because
autopsy no ya mechanic public and say we work with
say anya public domain view no family pen a view ya or say there be omo ye with a state house omo view to dignitaries omo view to public obi akohwe
no o part and me say
ebony cry you did that was state house ebony cry
anya no correct da
then how can
you said you come at me any public domain
me Kobe pa
why are we see will be said
me Kobe pa Richard you what's Sylvia
we busani
confidential
what are you talking about
Richard
confidential
we busani Richard we Thomas busani Dabi ya
any question before a question to the paper. Ebusha for me so me encourage say ombe double tap screen so e dey am na ma share afi so me encourage say obi kasa ye woda na wa gift no eno na ma TikTok ye eboa TikTok na omo so aboye kakaka na wa gift life no so gift guest na wa gift life no esiamo ana amadwumadi no etimi akoso de bia me pamacho sabi iwe ko de na no asi questions comments na afi ufi hono ma na I think that the next person and also one kasa a boss but you say obi bisa question ana afi wa me to no bisa question
me patcho no dia no the submission no question bi enim obeboy enkom obema commercial break that's be
me yeah into no me drop it why
okay you be share chire me nya
papa obi question ja rough
ebe anga nkofo and I say wo so say wo I mean it seems so we just wants to ginger everybody.
Yeah.
And what should that we see?
It's okay, but if somebody did that to you, don't take it hard. Any panic taking emotion. We are playing.
Be cool.
Yeah, we are playing. We are not. Okay, I have to come in. What about my submission? I mean, by man say me going back to the kun daddy Lumba, and I say, "Ma, me koshe ya mana koshe," and yeah. It's past because now Obia said it was clear the information was said there was a path for her to get all those, but it didn't go well. But see, I can't problem. I want to say, "Mama say, he say no Odo Bronii ni kun daddy Lumba." Yes, in a way, no, you never be but also say your amount for her tape. You already. What the can go Odo Bronii anymore? Number one. Number two, the bank, the hospital as institution, you know, Omuyobia, they can take you on because they have already done autopsy. Oh, but you say your chrome Ghana no, and you maybe your ha. Yet until beer to me can't send be fun hoodie. Senkasemo in Kaya Bruchi had the sea ya, and Kabang and a crown a bit taken on, bang no more autopsy because you are telling us, say, yeah, they never share a dear beam. And I say, yeah.
Bank autopsy.
A hospital bank, signing from a hospital, no. A Ghana, no, signing from a bank hospital.
Bank of Ghana
it is a
for
make a bank guy man you want to say normal bank why mean
Bank of Ghana for hospital.
Rather than so become a bank, why?
Okay, me sorry. Entino a idea bi a said the American no asem bi o ne ba public domain na institution bi wo na ye bigger. You have to be careful what you're saying. Said the American nka ye e krom ha na nka sansem ya ye ken kwa kame maame Brempomaa nka wo baby obeyi na no apart from say what slander Odo Bronii no.
Okay, a fine case. Ubwa.
A
fine case.
Okay, a fine case on. Entino me the American say maame fi say on kind. Na some now kind and ebia wan kan ya. She have to render a very, very important apology to Odo Bronii, to the bank people. Because obi wo machi no mo empe wasem no mo person mo take you on. They can take you on. Because at the end of the day, no, why would you up to date? You don't know what kills your brother. And there is so much stories about but people are saying it's so like I don't know sometimes.
Let me ask a question briefly. Genuine question.
Maybe
the question to Joy. Okay.
What a question it to why? Baby sending be why.
So, enti idea bia me feel say Samre no se ma I realize say ebia obesisana no anase obesisana stand no will take no before say ebia obi ne kun ne bra no or substantial evidence extra and call the beba. But when one say about ebetu na numu to say on cancer dia, she need to do it well. Because eniema sebi Odo Bronii no wa famu no. Se ni nua bi anase na busuani bi epemanso a on tiase obeka say the way wagu ni wo faase ana ne ba bi animu ase no enkoye hospital no so a de papa nkoto ye na Maslanda ni din say ye ne ko share MRM ne won pane no can they also take you on so tiase enti say no asema ye maame be kan no so opeso yi ne ho adi a opeso yi ne ho free maame ye so so come out good na ebia opempanimfo bi na ebia babia na no chiaye no o matene no na adi asomdua ba na ya bompa ye na papa na japade se 1 year no nso mbecha no mache na asem obi ade na asem ko de ye kan de ye kontoko a we na wo se nko kohwe na ya mana kohwe no body ni ade ni nyina etwam it was there mama you were here na woni Germany ye di Lumba ebeto baba yara na wo ha you chose not to go there. But see, I was now no and every step of what transpired, no, mom was here. So now, no, and call the way you wanted that. Fine. You can reconcile with your family, which is because the ego driven is still in your family. And will be a also be a move forward as a family. That is the problem. I keep saying, say Oman to egos now to engineer. And found the anniversary will be so by some Messiah in 1 year that it doesn't solve a problem here because at the end of the day, you guys are a family. So, and crowds room, Selumba Mayor Odo Bronii will Omunini ebe yem pedinfua. Na almost say wow or Nasum Kumu say wow baby. How are they going to move forward to talk to almost say wow? Oh, and no was so many break of him some grand benny, no be adding ego to in chain. Not almost solve one problem, and send me our kind before to kind. No, what you say, and what you say. It come back to ye, what is so. Meaning, I see a buffoir. You take it some 30 seconds and I say 1 minute to talk because you might say something, you cannot take it back. Because, and penny for can't be said. Anutra ya sense kentra intino so wo kan sama chire onua bia e wo so wo hwe because at the end of the day no e betima backfire na ho abechire wo inti me di manu si ha obi go question obi betima busa me
okay boss here that's a question comment
okay question the question is unjin this noise will be unjin this Akosua Brempomaa take his idea way on and a bank hospital, deal with Akosua Brempomaa. Investigations will start from Lumba's house on camera, from the house to which vehicle they use, whether ambulance or not. And then we also going to see it
Also,
question.
How many days na Lumba in the hospital?
Once I'm touching the baby, share. Over pick crown on him. Me say, who say Akosua Brempomaa can be in audio? I send you to Odo Bronii. So I don't remember so Okasa. And I said bank hospital, and so can sue Akosua Serwaa. Why I'm saying I fine case because you don't video footage where they took Lumba from the CA to the car, the commuting to the hospital. The person video footage say Lumba area hospital, whether lying on bed, unconscious, whether walking to the hospital, and whatever situation you could be, we will retrieve all those video footage. And this is where investigation. And so I'm a better the past the bank hospital will take this case up.
Okay.
So want to be better maybe the way to chat or maybe. Don't worry.
You are not asking a question. You are making a statement.
No, the first one was a question.
What is the first question?
My first question is that we'll say bank hospital. I think bank hospital would have dealt with Akosua Brempomaa for putting claims on them. Say it could have been a fine case because we're going to see video footage from Lumba's house to the hospital and wherever. Okay, this is number one. And number two, the comments I made, they can't want to say when some of you are talking more threats, and those threats are all empty. Because more threats and number threats are empty threats. Nobody is scared of anything. And a man in the door, so Mr. By you say nobody side that. And come on,
I don't know what you comments. I don't know where you jumped. I make my statement. I don't know where you're talking.
They say,
whatever you're saying, my brother, it doesn't make any sense.
Or say questions or comments.
No, let me answer a question. Let me answer a question. No, number one. Question.
You're not listening. I don't know.
Boss, director, mami number one. Number one. Ghana home, me person can't say me the whole world. Munim baby a camera, what power we are here. Say you person a chill, would you be a free PA, ko baby a person a chill. Munim baby the whole world.
Camera or hospital or camera.
You see, you don't let me finish your question.
Did you let me land?
Because you know why you are throwing just on people. You think everybody have to take whatever you coming from your mouth. No, nobody is here to listen to you and take your stuff. Look, from Lumba Fier to hospital. From Lumba Fier to the hospital, how many cameras from Lumba's house to the hospital? I'm asking you a question.
You don't video footage from the Fier.
I don't have time for him because he doesn't make any sense.
Lumba Fier camera.
What can I say?
You are not listening. You are just talking. You are just talking. You're not even making any sense.
I think you need to come in and control this guy. I don't know where. What?
And I
look at your profile. Your profile and how you talk doesn't match. That's all I can tell you.
Boss, Mr. Boss, una kase we and a pap. We so be a question. I will comment. We'll make a comment.
Maybe question. Comment.
No, you didn't. Okay, you see, he didn't make a comment.
Don't worry.
He didn't ask question. Okay, he's making a comment.
Maybe.
Richard Beba say, "Ubika Samamin can say, Papa Meba." So because I now walk questioner and a commenter, you have just 1 minute.
Thank you.
You have just 1 minute. The reason being that other people also have to talk, especially because I say my requesting. Oh.
Yeah.
Tina metimi.
Okay.
You just want to take everybody's time.
Boss,
Debbie,
Boss,
or
but
say,
mami say my
Debbie,
question why?
boss say, at the past say,
Mami
who
say my
comment and ask question. To me, but say a comment to say a question, or you cannot stop me. What I say, understand the conversation. And come on, I say, I can do footage. I will Lumba fee in a hospital footage. That's what I'm saying. Then I make a is fair.
I'm saying you're not controlling
What is
the
controlling?
lifestyle. Pap, I wasn't talking to you. I was telling my sister.
Boss.
What did you
No.
say?
Mr. Hope,
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, but mami bisa my question why? Now we can say Mami Brempomaa should apologize to.
program no ko ne ko tie ho no wa ye beboa wo
I also am.
say o see any program so me want say start me see me program
Exactly.
Adepa you never fufu so.
Yeah, Mr. Hope, Mr. Hope,
o say e was say Brempomaa epa Priscilla Chew say wa lie on her. Na afi de wasan ba abedi na so say on kan bibisa nti on panachew. But and me share interview now the comment that the woman made just about 3 days ago.
Which woman?
Okay, you say meka Brempomaa.
Okay.
Okay say se menim ne kun menua na enka yenuru ha sei. Eno nkyere say waka asem de ato Priscilla so na wo sign na no. Now obi kan asem say menimu a enka yenuru ha no mo a the person needed clarification on the accounts, the 3 accounts that were given to her. Say unua no obi say owu ofie e pepa ne ho ene de no call hospital ye de no call mortuary, right?
Yes.
Ena obi for a different account so a e buy and say ye de no share IMR machine ena we dey ena Oscar si usuru ena ofri mu. And I've forgotten the other account, the one remaining account. No. And the nipan say on tiasie. Inti or no dear, Samosimoy autopsy, Ninuano. One thing about young account for, especially Asante 4. I say it would be, and I could be. A busiason, Uvremua, it is a quiet, a drebia winisibre. Sir Entina Lumba, Abrana or Pemoa, Ediaco Tuquano, or no Nuya bar. Ene ton na japade aye ne TV sabre no ede man no nemum enye Kofi Usu ene koton na japade de support no etise obi wu a ana obi firi mu a abusua na wo mu no enima no maame ma no ena eye the sole responsibility for a year no uti ase ansana omo a decision on be making no ye de ato abusua nanim se ebia ye nuanom no ebi wa kwantuom ebi ye adwuma wa ha ebere sen e na omo ahye because eba ayi bia e kasem bia na eba beda wo mo so abusua ni total control over we say no especially wo abusua pani eba ne sen e na ene because of the ebia asienti no obia eto yamamra to atwene obia eto yamamra to atwene e kan ye wope miwa enye sa na tie empenifo wo Ghana enim amamra ne amanne a efa yayi yo ho enso obia kan no atum e na obia pick the interest a wono pese ono no oserve e na wo kan ye wope hwe yenka ni wachi a wo se agro na ede me blame obia ne ba bia wo support but yenfa no krento de eda edi nti na menu ewu mesi menu ane kwa ofa so wu ye no menti ase mose mo autopsy I wasn't around me na me nua pani mesi me pese me autopsy edi ne si abusua pani ho kwan se obeka kire ne se eno yaye nanso se wo se wonti ase na abaye de a ene ye ma ho kwan kone koye utena national television so kan se adwada it was Saturday adwada me ma ho kwan koye we say ma me na koy ye say without abusua penny na ono na kuta we say no ye ma na kwan transition me no mo ye adwuma pen I was working with the enterprise insurance a transition enterprise for there. Minim how almost see juma. What you say? And yet, baby, I can said na a pap eka say Kolebu mortuary, and I say Confanochi mortuary. And Waka could general say me no be dimenim ebi krana. You be giving the unipana a number and yadiama or wati no akosemba bishimifunu. And I mean you number. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. In that we see a transition.
Can was a man son and answer comments in our woman. Yentimi na be emusa
question no busa o kana sem timisi form. Thank you everybody.
No comments in a more than 5 years.
I think people have their own feeling and I cannot change people's feeling. I'll come and say what I know. Any question
don't be sano.
Yeah,
no question man open.
Debbie, 1 minute na me ma comment Mr. Why Mr.
Yes or no? Where's the form?
Yo, my me say men kasam say yo Ghana se obi yare emre o Ghana obi apon ko research so obi yare na oburu 45 years above near the hospital na odi more than 2 days in hospital na Owua enye compulsory by force autopsy. It depends on the family. Say obi say yenko show camera. The S Yakubusa say obi pedite. You can go to hospital Lumba. You didn't call say odi how many hours in the hospital. Ya admitina and I say didn't buy ye now ye dev arrival. These are things I never say. Yanko review camera. If you say, see, I didn't call hospital no the 24 hours, 48 hours, no bro, 45 years, sir. And Brady Mapa, if you said that time, no, not doctors, 48 hours, sir. Not doctors, no, a detective, we are dear, yeah, no, anti, the report, no, or to make sure say, ya dear, way in the corner. You must know that, anti, imagine, say, will be, no, anti, the report, no, or to make sure say, ya dear, way in the corner. You must know that will be say you review camera with him it doesn't hold any water, but the doctor's report on NSC basic who said assume see if you obey hospital not the condition you're saying. Sign a buy or how many hours and now how many days in the hospital and sana oh Nemum yan confess hospital you na obi so poison go maybe 3 months. And sign the communipan. It doesn't have basis in the medical terms. The problem is here, say Lumba, you see, the open we research and as a Ghana media, and then so more hospital. A bit of confidential or move family. Say, a dear Lumba could be this question. Dr. Bien Hobecker, confidential. But obedi I was a Serwaa hospital, they can say to you, what hour or not one betim dia, a be or confidential, being your confidential, dear some review or more than a far beba. Ama you're reading in actual say or buy a be another condition, yes, stable, we see, na that is fact.
Mr. Richard Mincho. Mr. Richard, one sem. Yes, say anomane shemu no. Yes, wo. Wozu say anomane nwuye. E dey na ye wo den say obebie won sam ye hu say anomane owu anaso nwuye.
Who be some discuss?
Yes,
but Mr. Hope, do you understand the compliment? Do you understand the meaning of autopsy? Me, I am a Muslim.
Yes,
I'm a Muslim. We don't do autopsy. My mother died, and I didn't request for autopsy. And as family member, your family member can go to the hospital, and you, the deceased, can sign a paper. I do not want any single body in my family to know about what killed me because it's called HIPAA. If you understand the meaning of HIPAA, you will understand the meaning of those things.
Yeah, I mean, you want to tell us that
But
DL
the interesting
undertook
part is DL is not a Muslim, so he did not say that.
I'm not talking about DL
so
being a Muslim.
But
DL
so why
There's a
would
signed.
you
lot of
ask him,
Christians
do you
who
know
don't
what
do
So
autopsy.
why
There's
would
a lot of Christians who don't do
But so
autopsy.
Cherry said
Yeah, you should
autopsy is not
understand.
compulsory.
And matter of fact, is Daddy Lumba your family? Is Daddy
No.
Lumba is not me and you our family. So I don't
what's
understand why
the
people are so
issue?
passionate and
So
so
what's your issue?
emotional. Using their emotional to
what
manipulate
brought you
people's
here?
minds
No.
and not
So
leave this
what
family
brought you
alone.
here?
Now, what is your
What
problem
brought
with
you here?
wanting to know
Why
why
you
the
here? Why
autopsy
you here?
go?
Why
Go
you
do
here?
your
DL
family.
is
Why
neither
not
your
leave
family, so
Lumba
why are you
family
here?
alone?
Why are you
Go
here?
do
Why
your
are you
family.
here?
Leave
DL is
DL
neither your
family
family, so
alone.
why are you here?
You people
Why
are
you
the
here?
So
people
why are
that
you
are
here?
bringing a lot of
You are
complications
neither
in the
his family, so
family.
why are you here?
Hello.
You are
I'm
neither
here
his
because
family, so
you
why are
guys
you
are
here?
being so condescending. If you
I,
understand the
Me
meaning of
pacho.
Oh,
Messi.
come
Let me
on,
let me
come
come
a
on,
in.
bunch of
come on.
riffraff,
That man, please,
Don't
please,
use that word on anyone.
please.
Nobody is
That
a
man,
riffraff here.
please.
you are riffraff. Get the hell out.
Same are you.
We are
wow.
what?
Na Muslim na all can cry. Me juma
Oh,
okulebi for
yeah,
6 years.
that
Muslim cry.
is that lady
Ye
gone? Is that lady
autopsy.
gone? Let me handle her. Let me
She's
handle her.
gone.
Is
She's
she
gone.
gone?
Yeah,
She's gone.
she's gone,
Ghana,
she's gone.
listen.
Don't mind
Jesus
her.
Christ.
Sometimes you don't need
Don't mind
to
her.
listen. Don't exchange insults with these people.
So,
Can I clear something?
Let me say
I drew
this,
me so.
please.
I drew me so.
Me pacho. I in the dia tell how we don't insult. No insults also whatsoever. No insult, no curses. You can't curse on anybody, please. You just have to be respectful.
At the I drew me so.
But before so better as my main clear baby. Muslim na all can. Me juma okulebu pathology for 6 good years. Muslim cry autopsy. Just that I thought that I'm very resistant. What you say about ebu ha looking at the way I we no. Enti no, just say we den professors ne be. Ti ma men clear no ansa na ato aso. Later make kasa.
A police
Okay,
But
can
but
they do no so yen kasa.
Richard, my main can be biwaha. There are some people that omunim how I see you man mente a friend say life no so. Me can say me a juma and say member life. I open my page, people come here, have conversation, have chat. I'm not listening, I'm not really paying attention. Sometimes I do, I will come in, but yet there are some rules. You know, you try say you kind of say you be apply by those rules.
You be follow.
What you say? Inti no more I'm say be a member betena so say be obi in life obeso kama be seen in my betena so now already because me yes. But yet sometimes I pay attention, and then if you try to disrespect anybody, I'll just drop you like just what I did.
Yeah, yeah.
Please. And let's
Me
try to
pacho, ma me
respect
clear.
every person.
Yeah, let me clear something I said. I'm taking me on. They say, even if Bank Hospital would want to hold Akosua Brempomaa for making certain statements, investigations are going to start. And she can also ask for, I want to know, sir, how did Lumba left his home by camera from the house? Only she can say camera say one thing. And now the situation of the Bank Hospital, you're going to see everything on footage. That's what I said. I didn't say the camera question the matter will be anya kola how a friend is saying Richard now
It is police case. If it is police case, don't say
you are
that
lying.
word. If it's police case,
Asuma make you don't listen. That's your
don't tell me
problem,
lies.
Richard.
No,
That's your you don't listen.
you also listen to me.
Bro, listen, me say,
You also listen to me.
bro. Asuma make I don't say,
Let's move on, please.
Adepa,
Let's move on.
what prevents you from dropping the two, Richard and Pap?
I think so.
dropping who? Are we fighting? One is here, what's your problem?
No, that
You're not
you know,
fighting, man. Drop yourself.
too much traffic.
But the permanent dropping answer, Richard, no, person busa the question, Pacho.
Drop one.
Pacho, I'm busa last
I drew
question.
me so. I drew me so.
Richard. Hope you Richard.
That be don't call me over to me so.
Richard,
Why?
What or semen kasenti ubisa no semen kasa me kasenti busa
question. Okay, me busa question. One man question me busa question. O say it's in the law say udi at the age of 45 going they don't have
now
to do autopsy.
No my me pity dem kan me say udu 45 above foko now ukodi more than 48 hours in the hospital It is not by force compulsory say your autopsy.
Me pacho sa
Those
no.
children I am
Me on sa law no.
One I catch
Oh no,
outside.
Pap,
I am
Pat, meet yourself.
Mr. So unima the atiani say ye was certain age bia enipa dura say we are above that a compulsory say banhwe di ku wo.
I na me say my dear tomorrow, but o see a law, na me say law no nipa na me hu no. Me ko show why
hospital komo chiri ho ayi ho anase ko o ma sa autopsy ayi ho as this
You are lying.
Oh, please don't use that word. It's an insult to tell somebody so you're like stupidity.
You are also accepting. You are also accepting.
Richard, they all kind of Obia.
Oh, I
say me o say me na only meeting komo see the me kan. Enti e law e wo emremu anase wo hospital law me pese me.
E Ghana law. Say ma mention autopsy, ye autopsy we are the coma colonna. Magistrate court judge na wa science na sa enti enipa no se odienti asa ban se Ghana ye was certain age bia yesusu se obetima wu natural death. Enti o mama that age menka se owu ya o anase bia fa ne se obi na akoku ne fie is different se enye bibi te se accident na yakobo ni tu ana wa hye ne ho akonfo na enye set bia police case bia na ye se enipa no ye de ne call hospital ena ye wakoda admission ena 2 days later na wawu no menka se ye ntimi nya autopsy listening I'm repeated it unknown abine for so say chin na ese na autopsy na mom abusiane pa ye beye but obi nru sa
now one can say
now why we say question who are you continuing with him why you quiet
mami nwie
oh pap
I didn't make sure me nwie say every day one ya wa more than 40 years 45 years above no 45 years necessary enka emremun eye compulsory say enipa na di ku no okay ono de aban gitum say esese de bia nka ye autopsy hwe de ekum sa nipa no but enipa ni bru 45 years above na okodi 48 hours more e wo hospital enye compulsory by force ono na make out say nyebra na wakọ busa no
say we worry me boy say we worry this salon.
Yeah, met my ready abro. So pa watchina and I say follow me de ho
wow bisa question me nya be ma no why because I said you can nya no correct we are quiet because we are listening no what you are saying is not true
to believe or not it's up to you and I'm say up to you to believe or not it's up to you obi o say
it's not true you left right you cannot lie to anybody
yeah me that's it
pap
yes bro
unma de ba ko ha ma adwen he me se mpanimfo e wo Ghana emu dodo na penada dodo o challenge mu se o se na umu wo
masa yeah scientist yeah research scientist I'm telling you we know our left and right we are not just
Richard
what are you even talking about
Donkey kasawai
don't call me Kasawa na we say we are makasa
abusia for me chia obia wiwe ne ba obia ye nyina yenim se nyina ye akanfo na asem abedo na ya desua ana ye nyina ye sua ebi adwum ye deep chain bi me kasa nso na manka ne ya me pamcho mo mfa nche me mbetimi amama hu me mistake na matwe asan se obi wu na ye kasa ye koye autopsy a me pamcho wo enye bone de ntia obi wu a ye pese hu ade kurekun no ne se me cousin baako papa Efrim oyale na yale ekun ye cancer ana odi wu ye se omanye autopsy hu se cancer no ne kun papa na ende ne ba ono so edi ne ma otoso be se 5 onim se the same yale na bia na abebo akwala no eye me plan so entino the same sickness na aba enti se obi wu na wo se your person autopsy a me hu ni se enye offended say ye beka say yɛn mpɛnma nipa ne nkonkoye ɛno yɛ point because opese ohun ya lokure ku onuan bia omo papa kura na ofiri mu no odru age 60 something years to say the that the number dru ye no na yale bi bebo no na papa no so edi wuye enti ono so ready say me nso me pipeline na me nua be man so be kroku 60 me o de yale no friend say na o de afiri mu ene ma me nso me hwe ya lokure ku mu nuan say na me papa de ne maache a na ya ka na yete ase ne start aboye ho ban enye offense bia na second de me minim wo akan amamble mu ni say me akan ni no de minim ni say uwale na uye bema ana uye oba na one oba ne te ana ne bema te a se ba ku firi mu a esese wo ofra abusuafo ma abusuafo ba ebe be gina oba mo be pa apam de hye no hu adekuru ekun no wo yere na na bema no ntimi mfa wo yere no enkoye no autopsy e ma ne nye yie
even kra mochire kra nya wona den beko mochire kra nya wona den
sana na make na nya ha enti enu aba no tama according to Brempomaa no asem bia Brempomaa ba abonten be kan bia aga ne ntimi ma abonten me kan ta asese no kra na asenya no kra Brempomaa se ofre no ede na papa ne wuye no get ne friend 3 times on mobile phone ofre ne bia wodina phone susu no bisa se baby ade asem o so ka kire se papa ya leni ma yeden enti bia na be hwe onuan bi no o me kra me boabo ho a me se me ba Ghana next week into de nya abotre me ba me so me ba be hwe no bi na so akwaje wa home ana o se o de phone no to so ana obi nso frɛ no na ne Lumba baba ku gina phone so say yeso papa ya leni ma yeden sesi ho no ma no see different person free ba bi no be friends na won te say yeso obrawu ana o me brawu na sesi am ne oba na ne tene nso ayede akasa me ne prince la akasa wa mo mama ne ana ma me no mo ka chan say ne onua ba ma no wo
bibia bra osisi
ansa na o be frɛ prince la amana be confirm say ai ampa wawu ana o na de ntina wa mo mama ne so what I say enti say maba me nua no wu ye wantimi am mama ne wa frɛ me that the same day na wantimi am mama ne o obi na abo mama ne maba me ba yenso na me be bedru ya instead of say we frame na kama fra busuafo ni bia ma busuafo aba ho no wa amoma mane od nipa na akɔhye fridge mu wa gina on mama na autopsy me se me buy no results na wo so akoye no mente ase me mpe se
Priscilla enu aba ene ko gina ho nye Priscilla
me kama se me ba enti if say unim say adana akoye ye no me nka se enu aba na ibibio but if say maame na de na wo ye na wo so wonte ne ho ase no unso ye nipa odwene kwa akira unu say nipa na asema wo ka no o accuse you for something there unso makwan na ya mun konkoye autopsy no na ohun sign say o the nipa na suspect na de odwene woni tirimu no you have a clean hands etu ni mu hwe nti konkoye autopsy no enka ya ma medru hanom but say ekoba say ya ma wonye ye different tete ye koka na wo da no ho na wo sumi ade na say abusuapani abehye wachi ye mpene na ye pese de body no ko hye forma ade na pese obi en suspect obi bedwene bibi because say asem na da honom no se nka ga no ye nua ba ne pene anase e ka cha abusuapani se abusuapani ono na nua ba because see ano se abusuapani se nka lled Lumba maame te ase a ana lled Lumba maame se opese ohun adekoro ekun ni ba na ntin ko betima si maame ne kwan ontimi si ne kwan said don't mean see my menquano, sounds don't mean say Brempomaa kwan say Brempomaa ni to me so kokoy autopsy hu adekuru ekun ni nua no yen fan hye etirim yen te sa asem nase eti say obi meti say nkrofo bi tina media no so na omo ka na Brempomaa na ope onu nua na num gu ase na ye ka so nko ese fine ye man time so nko ye o court o di adanse am na kuma eti say ye nwe case na don't me move from there to another to solve another issue. As I say, I'm cross out issue na that court no wie. Now wasan move to another issue. Eti time omu wie sa court case no. Okoye yesi empene ma ne nkonkoye ade no. Abusuapani say man ala no ma ne nwura ma. Obeye ne dey. But nka main source say yesi ni pa ka no kole. Na ye no credifo na say yesi ye Christopher. Na bi mu say omo kwa so na omo di nyame di na nyame anamo na nyame esu na omo fa de a. Ene na nka bibia nsi kwan say omo timi stop no say mo nkonkoye autopsy no. Nokre the word Yesu Kristo na mudi na chi na amanfo bebre say ye kwa asole ye Kristo for Yesu Kristo no me kire mumu amamate ase Yesu Kristo na nye Yesu Kristo ese nipa ye ma Yesu ni e ba ni se Kristo ti se ye Kristo fo a edebe su ana ye da na di ase Kristo fo no minnu ewu me pese me hunu ade kura ku meti akwantum ya mo mama ne obi na abo mama ne maba me pese me hu ade kura ku no yes ye mama ye mama hu ade kura what is the de ba de na ekoso so ata say enti Brempomaa amanfo accuse no ana wasanse enkotunu nuanu funu Brempomaa nka se enkotunu nuanu funu ye nyina wo media no so enkanfo ne say etia o mamamle say wo de efunu be hye o masa asoso a ye nya amamle tu ye nananom nyansan mu no ye ni frade e baaye no o munyansan mu ntino ma hu say efunu ye funu enipa ye nipa enti yentimi mfa funu nto ba bi enipa te enti aye amusie ya ma emu enti ona nipa wu aye kokora no ane wo ba bi efie nipa te aye kora ye ho ofie enti se wo de nipa beto ba bi enipa te ye ya amamle ma asase na ansa na asase na age ade ne de a wo anfa sa cha na ne so wabu animtie wagu asase no fi enti bra na ne metras na be ya amamle na tu funu ni firi ho ya fra busuapani sa busuapani nko enti sa busuapani nko na se no mi bi wo no na se nkranfo no be ya amamle na be ka busua na e be start afri Brempomaa amaso na ba be wie ne maso enti se sa na te de amaba me na menu abema na ewu me na me oba pani me ginam sa ma me maame enti se busuapani ne ma de ne maba enti se bia obi an mo me mfa nwu akwam na enipa betena media no so se etumfutro se o ensisi se yenkotu ne nuane funu Brempomaa ebie na no kan se on na kan se yenkotu ne nuane funu enkrafo no na se etia mla ne amamle enti sa na te de a ye betu funu na firi asase so ye amamle ne wi a esese mu yi mu funu no firi asase so na mo de ko ba bia mo de beko that is asama o mo kan enti mo mayen susu emfa media no mporotu nkrofo adwen entwa atro nene e na ato Brempomaa o tena ebetima ye me anawo me ma no asi.
Thank you very much.
I've been rough. I've been rough.
Me baba be
Okay, yeah, that's it. That's your question, comments.
me pesa me correct statement bi papa Richard be make you na bie one year me bie the Coroners Act, yeah, me bie the Coroners Act na e fa autopsy hono enti ye be ready na yesua na e hu se de bia amanfo ba no mo be ka bibia me so twen phone na o laptop na de wa
Corona, I say Corona.
Corona.
Oh, okay.
Corona. Enti yenti the Corona Act na eka. Or say I see the Coroners Act and the subsequent amendments which regulate how death and particularly those suspected to be unnatural, sudden are investigated. The law aims to establish the exact cause of death, identify of the deceased, and the circumstances surrounding the death. Also, key elements of the law and the practice of autopsy in Ghana include the mandatory coroner's cases. Under the Coroners Act, autopsies are mandated for all deaths where the cause is unknown, unnatural, sudden, or violent. This specifically includes death occurring at home or outside a health facility, deaths occurring within 24 to 48 hours of admission in a court health facility, in admission to a health facility, death in custody, including prison or mental institution, authorization and consent. A coroner or a police officer can order an autopsy without the consent of the family, particularly when a foul play is suspected. A court order may be required if a family refuses a mandatory autopsy. So, what the main thing she has said. So, Brempomaa issue, no, she could have actually gone to court to actually request a judge to actually request for some autopsy na open, right? And the papa na no beka say any mandate.
But some in your Brempomaa or the call CID with this issue. And it's in the
police for now and pick on. Oma, they didn't follow up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they didn't allow her.
They didn't follow up. And the papa na vejina akatre say within 40
mandatory and force
whenever so anybody eku ne dia then there's no need.
Me Richard now what's my okay what ase No. Was it unnatural? Me catch you say already. As man make am say me boa or no na ka say me boa.
Already a lot of accounts and you're unnatural. Foul play, you know.
Foul play is not unnatural. I wouldn't say unnatural.
Boss, mental institution, a health facilities.
Paragraph 2. Yeah, I mean, that's a catch I was saying. Maybe as a man, I come the bread, can you read the bread at the palm or read Yammy? Read the cop from read it, Mammy, read the cop or say, so reading it.
Nice.
Yeah.
They already, you know. Which of them applies to Daddy Lumba?
Daddy Lumba wono. Has accounts now one actually say it is so a natural death.
All for a natural death partner.
Yes, many
factors say human error.
Okay,
human
and
error.
Again, there was a spot that says death between 24 to 48 hours.
48 hours.
And now,
so what do you think
about Obisobeka say? Obisobeka Sobefa, where the cause is unknown. What you
unknown?
There are so factors. We read ya will be added or picking me again. I'm not going to say what you now fire, no, and yet, but
no.
And that was why an autopsy was done at the facility where he passed. What you say? And again, if somebody thinks a family member thinks untrusted autopsy now, yes, the person have a right to do that. But yes, there was an autopsy done.
Okay, so the point that the person did want to say. Okay, from the reason why it is said, sir, media what happened. It is said that the Lumba na yare ni mu yedin and yedin call bank hospital, right? Bank hospital for obiya me yabe hu say almost statement omo release that the Lumba had an underlying illness, which is that is the cause of, that could be the cause of death, right? Okay, so who nipona who did that the Lumba call right? So who feel say a woni natural death, and you now be for autopsy, you don't need it, right? But it is only when two doctors say omo say
I don't know we did nice say
mandatory.
It was mandatory autopsy now we did
autopsy
Richard member you already mandatory, and that's why I'm asking. Say nobody asked for that autopsy. It was done because of those factors. One of those factors are already, whether one or two. But
which falls under the mandatory, right?
Yeah, you already and one tells you okay. You already Richard member. You already any actually say so. Be back facility and over hospital. Depending on Nipano, the time or the back hospital between 24 to 48 hours.
48 hours.
And now said the cause is unknown. Say Nipakoni will free a friend say prison. Say Nipakoni who unnatural death. Those factors and the Bema doctors Wamenkasa, Pacho. Those factors in Bema ya compose and I say mandatory autopsy. The question is the question is, was an autopsy done? Yes, there was an autopsy done. OBM bisa yeah. You know na nebusu penny can was. However, Mami Brempomaa the untrusted autopsy no more die and she has every right to do it again. That's what I say. And so and that's the conversation we are having now. What I say, yeah, and just say, if anything,
autopsy is done. Go to sex. Yes, I bear mandatory.
age now there's no such age.
But
There is no such age.
it's not true.
No.
It's okay.
Listen.
Mr. Rich, we all listening to you. What was it? Any
48 years of age.
Now of that hospital for within more than 4 hours. That is what you were saying. That is it. You said it is optional. But then say the 45. There's a foul player. A compulsory. So you
exactly. Foul play cancels everything.
Yeah. So you contradicted what you are saying.
Accident. See, make sure say accident. Or be a committee suicide, car accident, or anything. Maybe I mean car collapse. Make option a walk. Maybe
45 and above.
Maybe make sure we say a nipper who no could do 48 hours. Our more than 48 hours. Our hospital. Now, doctor detected yadi kun no certain age and yet compulsory. I use
it compulsory by who? By who?
Maybe
and yet compulsory by who?
Government.
Who determines an autopsy? Who has upper hand over autopsy?
Let's not argue too much. I didn't know nice. I really know what I said. Those are factors. My autopsy, that mandatory. Can I say autopsy? No. However, so be there are processes. What's any panefaso? But honestly, what's on police? What's a non-conjugal reports?
Yeah, this is what they do. So if there will be,
but yes, there was an autopsy that as to the reason why they did the autopsy or factors are on the gene. So yeah, some mandatory autopsy. We don't know, but the enemy say there are so many factors. You did not so the a mandatory can I say autopsy. And the menkai can I say. If on a letter no more trouble on say bank hospital letter no and kamekaya obi wait na send ya mamia mekaya metimi did me with metimi who say bia it could be the reason why in bia mo yes am mandatory
question.
When that is done and I say omoye autopsy no na say on tiasia they don't do the autopsy again. But what they do is that they review the autopsy or they do coroner reports. There's detailed of the autopsy. Okay, but they don't go and do another autopsy. They repeat Nyabutre. They don't repeat it. You can do another autopsy. Can I land, please? Will you stop that? So this is what they do. They will do a review of the autopsy. Or they will do coroner report. And the coroner report, it includes investigation and legal actions. So that is how it's done. So say, Brempomaa Akosua, what they need to do is that they have to do coroner report. Coroner report is more detailed. You understand? I know detailed, no, it's not only about medical side. It contains investigation and also legal plus medical side. So then that one will give more briefing detailed. So I don't know why we are all here debating about this post.
Boss, Mami said reading show. Or the court approvals for while a family can conduct another. As a court approval, while families can request an independent postmortem in a high profile or criminal cases, you need to obtain a court approval for a second autopsy. And that
is the review. That is the review.
It is not a second autopsy. Is not a review. It is not. It is doing
independence. Organizing independence. What are you going to review what was done? That's
my
it.
question is that listen, son. My question is,
yeah.
When we talk about mandatory, right?
Yeah.
We are linking up to government, right? Our autopsy free.
Not only government. The court.
Right.
The court can also give.
Okay. Now, it's only the government that the government has the power or autonomous power to just make that decision, or family member
The
also
government
have that
does
power.
not. It is legal.
Thank you.
The
Thank
government
you.
does not.
Thank you.
But
So
legal.
any individual can ask for autopsy. Any family member can do so, right?
Yes,
But
when it
noise will be
follows
on.
the legal
Exactly.
procedure.
That's
When
what we
it
are
follows the
saying.
legal
It's
procedure.
whether mandatory.
Enunti na omoma
Uh-huh.
family member consent na omoma
Yeah,
omobe
exactly.
ombe sign no
Uh-huh.
because
I don't know
even
that can.
though omobe ka say mandatory no pa obetimi aka say I mean you need choice because omo ni ma de ko ekun no what I say especially the
Yeah.
crowd will be
Yeah.
any cool no unsaid those factors na you with the enunti na ya na omo ye
Yeah.
those mandatory e can say no
Yeah. Yeah.
autopsy
And don't you know it means that family members
me
also have
me
power
ni
to
fie me
conduct that.
ebi about
What I
2
said.
hours me do fear
Okay,
me I
so
will have to me
Yeah.
kwa check case omelette na hwe
Adepa,
omelette na hwe
when the next thing is
kan
any
sesi a
family,
wa kan
any
sesi
family.
obetimi asakan
The
wo pese wo
Brempomaa,
kan kire wo wa kan
what
hospital na
Brempomaa,
you the buy wo beti wo no de bra ya wo kasa ba ko na no den o kan ma ne kan kire ne tie de o mu kan
what Brempomaa needed to do, they say,
Well, no,
after
no,
payment report, to
Richard
go to
Fadi.
court, because I think say Brempomaa can say a report to case, police station. So after
Yeah.
the report, when the report now what they are there, or they are seeking for court order.
Or that court
They
order.
are not
Yeah.
for report, that is corona report. That one am more detailed and no kabusu any bien will be to messy who coin.
Yeah.
What I said, that was what Brempomaa should have done because a report to case. Then or police say now, do a report now, no they are court seeking for court. Now court a man the say go and do corona. Corona no the
Exactly.
whole team never in. When the whole team comes in, I no be a team stop and no more detailed. I know shall say free, even Lumba fee to the
Thank you.
hospital to be there and
Thank
I
you.
know
That's what I was
security
saying.
there. At the end of the day, we will not be here debating. But what
Thank you.
Brempomaa also failed to do is that Brempomaa be catch there say, yeah, man, a crime. But process better Brempomaa ye biom. Did he take the matter to court that she was refused, or she
We need
didn't,
left
or
and
she
right.
just came
Well,
out to just make any argument? To me,
okay, Minia.
I
It
feel
looks
say,
like she didn't know her left from her right and what to
then
do. Into
she should
there,
have sought
I
for
wanted there.
legal advice. She should have sought
Aha,
for
yeah.
legal
No, no,
advice.
no.
Who name side, but me down, pa. Who name side, but me down. Yeah,
What am I saying? So
Pap.
for me,
yeah.
the man who see, the man from Manusi. So for me, I feel say, yeah, no, but man from Manusi, please, man from Manusi,
Who's
please.
the see an album crying for my phone?
When I catch up, so has been on for more than 2 hours. Ask
So
a
they
part.
can afford to see the for
So what I want to say is that Brempomaa, who feel he has more concern for Ninuano, shouldn't have been listening to third people, but rather should have seek for legal advice.
okay
Whatever the situation is, no, if you say, and then maybe it is too late.
Sam, Sam, me
So
pacho,
I feel
mo
say,
pancha me say me boy real, me pese me ka quick one. Based on Brempomaa de na mo ka say ofeli say obeye no. Paptiro, prisini. De ohoni
Prissy,
say,
what's up, baby? Mm-hmm.
Charlie cool, unim bibi. Ma Brempomaa ko Accra. Saturday
Okay.
no. Quinema platform so. Ena ye jijiska. Ena Ashanti Queen mudi bi beka ho. Ena ma Brempomaa call police headquarters. Oni Nana Jebi. Any oh this guy Guda me refini din. Oh lawyer Kusinua guy no.
Yeah. Hold on.
Ena Nashmi kan omo ho. Ena omo call no Gomez ya obi atro ni din. Ena omo call police headquarters ekwa jeje letters any bibia. Ena omo di call court. To omo di call court no. No na ye omo
say autopsy no. Organic injunction.
Yeah. Ena di call court. Ena Saturday no maame ni call court no ye nyina ye ne maame ni kasa phone so bi. Maame ni call court no. Ena omo kan say okay, ene asem no ye beka asem no ye hu de ye be eno ene ma aye ni injunction ni ba ye no se de be ya anka autopsy ni bibia beba so enti se mo hwe ya asem ni court no lo judge ni di asem ni maame no se maame ni nko ye autopsy no enko ye ni nhwehwemu no within 2 hours no ena judgment no mo san review no ye san be di ti maame no enti nyese maame no wanye the necessary nioma na wo se oye maame ni ye
Because there was an adjournment to January. The case to January.
yeah, yes. When the court rules, you have even less than 24 hours to file appeal. They should have filed for a quick. They should have filed for a quick appeal, and still the injunction could have hold.
No,
They
mami
should have
kasem
filed
tro.
for a quick appeal,
Omo
and still
judgment
the
no ko
injunction
pe bi
could
na
have hold.
kan hwe. Meba tie san omo judgment no ko pe bi na kan hwe. Eno na judge no edit sika 20 billion no se dai beto ho
Let me
say.
clear that second one.
Eti mami no
When they went for the ruling,
mami no koye police report.
yes,
Edi court.
I believe that.
Na waso ye bi that time na was say autopsy ni beba so no. And I catch a busuapani say ebusuapani koye yie no. It's just say mami no sika na omuji within 2 hours no.
But do you know say Brempomaa was aware of the money she was going to pay? But now you say it was just 2 billion.
No, she wasn't. Don't do that.
Hold on. Mami no na mami no was not aware of that. Some judge who can on answer the over 2 foot regularly.
Have you read the whole report?
Bring the report. Let's go read.
Have you read the whole report?
For report never 20 reading.
Masa dia wo kan nya no kra. Asem no esi Friday. Friday na ya man ya bu asem na
Missing patch meba.
Adepa ye san kese on the report ni ba.
Report. So our report no.
Adepa.
Okay, obetimi asend ya mama why?
Yeah, Adepa woni anwumre I will come here with the your friend say nyabote please. I will come here with
men ko edit you.
Son, mami kasa mo ntro.
Please, can I land? Adepa
right?
Mani kasa.
Friday no I catch us go fast 2 billion man. Ma Brempomaa no take mu kokuma say.
Me say
can
I be able to land so that they will understand?
Ya wo kan wo boa.
And then let me finish.
Because if you also for me, information.
So you see, and I will come out with the whole report.
But report.
When we read it,
autopsy report, nice. Also, autopsy reports no.
Not the autopsy. I'm talking about ruling injunction. No, who said she was aware of the money she was going to pay because it was 2 options. It is either they'll put the injunction on it or she will pay the whole money. The injunction at also.
Yes,
the injunction first one. Yes. So it was 2 say. It was 2 say either the injunction not so. And now say she couldn't raise the money.
May I question?
What are you debating about? What are you arguing about?
They are saying she was not aware of the money. And I'm saying that she was aware. But
money bay. 20 billion.
Yes. Originally they said it was 2 billion, but later who said 20 billion, so they couldn't raise it within that time given.
No, that was after the ruling. Now, I mean, Kofi, no.
Inside. It was inside the ruling. Say it was.
It wasn't. And I'm so there. I didn't have my website. Now, I'm going to
I will come and read the whole here. The whole thing here.
I didn't know you can master Obua.
My website
Obi Kasa Obua. You can disagree with him, Mr.
I don't know why it's like
Mr. You can disagree, but Obua.
Don't say Obua.
Son,
you can
website
disagree.
Just give me the website. So read it, baby.
Okay, Mate.
I don't know your copy no.
What's say?
I don't know your copy no.
A friend lawyer. Read it to me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then you come and read here.
Okay, Mate.
They gave her 2 options. Say, just in the mom name papa na boka. I can't wabon any go and pay, and then nothing. The injunction.
I think said the first one. I'm grandma. If I say, I'm grandma, the first, maybe nice, maybe. The mechanic say first, you don't say, Omoka say, Omunti infant so. What I want him, grant say injunction now, farm, you can say, Mammy, sorry, I'm granting my mammy Brempomaa, right? And I don't know after I'm for any idea to me for any idea. I come back say. lawyers no saa afrɛ ɔmo afrɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɛyɛ ka ne sɛ ɛka bi wɔ hɔ nom a ɔmo ntua nti ɛno no na court kaa sɛ ne saa de ɔmo bɛtua saa 20 billion so whatever billion no wate ase nti ɔmo di kan ɔmo di kan grante ma wɔn ɛna changes yɛ de ɛbɛ akyire.
Adepa, that is what we were.
It wasn't a straightforward thing.
Yeah, I would say Adepa, that is what we were all told, and that is why I make us say the report will be out. We all read it, and then we all interpret it in our own understanding. About what I say. So that we should all put this aside. At the end of the day, when we read it, you all know, say, if she was aware or not. That's all. Now, so this is
public need any more.
Yes, that is the report.
Whatever actually went inside the court, whether press say first time now grandma or the side bonnet or so the minimum, but the about I see it and I'm making.
Good. Into the young train, when they get there, we all get there. At the end of the day, the whole thing will come out.
Okay.
Adepa me pacho. Say we are on. Obetumi akọ Angel TV. Omo na wa check date na sa omo call sa court no. Ubehu say Angel TV lady bi wo ho all the time okofa court report eba. Yema media phone rera ho but ono de
me kai sa lady no yeah.
Lady no or the life eba or the life coverage bi bia ba. Lady ni kire mu say 4 conditions say dey ma omo no. Later na omo nyina pon court na omo nam kwan so ekọ no. Ena na maame no kra na asem na omo nyina abusiafo no a grant interview outside am obi akọ but na other party no omo lawyers need omo jejina around
yeah
it later on no omo bo wura court ni inside no omo te huhu no obi kra court ho friend say omra. That was almost after 2 hours. It was also a call back no omo say na say dia mudi abeka hu ruling na judge ne de buy no na enka ho na adentina all of a sudden
I think I think some friend lawyer kusi so as to say lawyer kusi omo friend no na okọ court ho na menkai kakra I think say omo free say me dey say omo free omo lawyers ne call hu back to courtroom home ko hu
okoye debate no omo sit can 500 billion and omo sit on omo debate and ba 200
comment section no
that was
audio no
that was after 2 hours no
when I saw audio
adepa obi report there anka dia bra na e kan
AIG
oh IG
adepa so obi report there anka wose wo verdict ni dia already verdict na anka be genuine amaye
IG
obi report
bibia wo internet no so or see lifting of the injunction or see the injunction was later lifted, yeah, allowing the family to proceed on the funeral because it was later. And yet first, you know, we also the lawyers now Brempomaa say later they suffer from some back. And you obia breaking news no on radio. And this son over catch say from the beginning no. That was what happened now. It had no correct. And you no correct. You who the cause.
For example, maybe Friday we are at the young celebration. 2 layers in obi aka different opinion. But me I mean who ruling intimation that ruling as I say lawyer be a piamontia or beka the favor no.
But you really are.
Me enter me my example say ba kono obi
somehow bia omo the payment to so but omo anhye omo so omo metua tie
very good
injunction be no background if injunction be en ho no ma omo beka say omo fa sika bi anya de ento so e ma ayi no especially whereby at the next day you know. However I don't think say the main jindi ni say bia na a friend say o man show mo so metua na dana but e bi omo for mo nsa mehye enkrata ase but e ho no na am said that lawyers no so yes smart who said there bi anhwe ye a ni tua ne be ye dey e be ye omo den amana kofa problem bi aba nti mi say e ho no na transition o say ono mo transition almost so much as you know, lawyers no. And I may say, transitional home was a transition home no. Or more lawyers no more coin so coca say there be almost a boca. What I say, almost a boca, if you know, say, our mind, Tria says, or mind, Tria Cabia, a cow moderna, or moon, or more kind of saying, or more. You and you from them almost a bibisa like somehow no. Not almost so no almost so if it is almost about cows a bibisa. And the two other lawyers no Bushia Penny and answer my Odo Bronii lawyers and so almost so a can't the same thing said the transition homes no kind of so about a cow my boni or more they can opinion and my almost so I know a coach Sahara sa 20 billion a day. Nenye a car Bushia Penny mo de call yana your boy you know a quarter na according to or one of Moji says Canada at the at all.
Say, lawyer judge the first ruling na four different orders, right? The fifth one was not included. Oruli mamuno o maomo kwan say or the injunction atoso emomu pie ye.
But your phone betima kan mai. Phone ni nyina betima kan.
O share date.
O say o postpone the ade no call 14th January o say bibisa.
15th. Phone ni nyina betima kan phone kan mai.
I don't have it in front of me. Did I maybe say baby you read it?
Now what almost about 15th January something
January.
Like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And hono sa omu pie free court no. And the other lawyers no. Ekoye calculation say okay say sadia. Omum for says ka we into ho because omaboka na omum for to say me be ya so omudi bima omu eka na omabo no so omudi bima no it is says ka no ye tua ma omo what you say and na man this have people order them omo say and ye mon ko for sika say
with an option say when the money is paid then the injunction become effective. The injunction was granted. But
Adepa,
yeah,
me pacho me pese me ka bibi kakra wa asem na mo kan ho. First of all no, injunction no, omo grant injunction no. Emma opponent lawyer ne ba Albert grant interview na have the interview here or church mbo pese mbo interview na ebo interview no. Into omo grant injunction wie no. Any mom 2 weeks where this issue has nothing to do with Odo Bronii or we are just being objective or subjective, however I want to take it. 2 weeks, sir. Come down and sign undertaking. Undertaking is say just share the amount. Say in 2 weeks time, you dear same you finance say you don't deserve any amount. A cash any say Busapina when I'll be to you. So what I say. And no be so actually. Now the my minister to 23rd Omoba. Now say normal grant. So only Sana judge Kayo. All of a sudden, now open a judge, you know, ever grant interview, make my interview, I have the interview here. Or grant interview, church as some course or court, and I India from report and also court church as some oh, my grantee and Obia coffee. But not Baba Jama and associate lawyers, not to no more courtroom. Into your lawyer and coffee, you know, I'm almost from say, I'm back. Now, judge, you know, I vary on decision into all the additional. Decision Air Council. In 2 hours. But the question is, before injunction is granted, no, we be making more argument. Obi be making the case. Ebi amabaka say, oh, yeni ochina say ni say judge, you know what? Obi anu asem before we making the decision. So what you say? Until everybody was surprised why the judge agreed and accepted and injuncted the funeral. Now later on, was varying the decision. We a judge now make a decision. Ultimately, some vary on your own. You will process and run them out so be follow. But judge and vary on one decision. So what you say? In the end, that was a fact. And see, this has nothing to do with Odo Bronii or Brempomaa Akosua Serwaa.
I just said now when some way waiting and you follow near board those audios thing in our there's a China say and then you have now
son of man on 13
as announced. The court has also given direction that that's the first defendant in this matter, should meet with the immediate family members and then arrange how they will together conduct the funeral of the legend lled Lumba. So that's just the decision of the court. So there was 5 audits. The last one, what was the decision? You were to do the register and sign. Yes. I mean, the court, this is just an interlocutory order. And the substantive matter will be gone into by the court. And when that is the case, the court would normally like the applicant by whose application the funeral has been injuncted to undertake. So there will be an undertaking which will be signed within 5 days. Yes. Yeah. And so going forward, does it mean the funeral is not coming on today? Yes. It is not coming on the 13th as announced, because the court has seen that it is through what the potential applicants were alleging, that they had been sidelined. They who are the immediate family members have been sidelined. And also the court recognized that there was an ongoing police investigation which has been allowed to be concluded to determine the cause of the true cause of death, because as you have heard, there have been conflicting accounts. It is important that we all know of a certainty whether the man died of natural causes. And also, it is important so that the family will have proper closure. Yes.
And the priority of course, where lawyer in a casa now, some Akosua court, and original court, name no grant interview, and care best I say lawyer no for contempt. To what you say. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, baby, this is a fact. At some way in the sea, you did do any out there, any see here. And if I may say, as of now, Uko cause of Kwakoji, Sir Judgment, Uko pay any information about the judgment, Ghana court. As of now. Yes, in Kofu yes, I'm so another lawyer crabs or more opinion because they don't even want to grant interview, they don't want to even comment on that. So what I say, until the emphasis I say lawyer Nana heading or granting a little to changing our dream.
Because postpone the reason. Yes.
Me pacho on say me kasa no se wutie lawyer no e comment na o pass na o say enyama bebre akoso e wo ewuo ne ho enti no abusuafo ne say police investigation omu ye we anyway to pese nyina wie ansa na ye na edai.
Yeah, it was one of their reasons. Yeah, no more.
Good.
Yeah, I know. Say it was one of the reasons.
Ma Brempomaa or police headquarters nyina. Good. Mama Brempomaa, mimi yawe. Mama Brempomaa call police headquarters. Oni Nana Jebi, any Gomez, omu call any FOG report. Bia, na o starting investigation. Etino, Saturday no. Judge no share investigation any evidence ama many dia bana ma many say 3 different accounts and yes ni nuane fa so wuye no judge ne ti ase say there bi any kwa say ye ni baso e wo say ma investigation no ekoso ni ehu the cause of the death it ye be holding a ye ni on na ye investigation ni wi a during time na court dia ma omo no enu that time no na investigation any autopsy any bibia ti ye dey akoso na yatwaso mama Brempomaa Africa mama Brempomaa free ho ye ne kasa
so filing no yeah those are some of the reasons
yes mama Brempomaa free court ne kasa ye
reasons ne ho but said ye can no court no and granted because of 2 billion can I say 20 is it 20 billion right it's Ghana means 20 billion Ghana cedis no and it's
mama Brempomaa free ho no o free ho no or free or crowd cause CID for one ho ako catch said this is the court letters they say move to me share investigation ni bibia say ma me free or call within 2 hours na afre ma me no
oh sorry you was me boy asam na yes na
ma me no aka che ma me ne say asam na ye ruling ma wo no ya sign atwa asem nim na nya Ghana ruling way ehin na ebe ruling asem say ye koye investigation eti no mama yem bisa ye ho say mama yem fa ba bia ye support ento nche asem we yem fa ye ho hye abusuani shoes mu yem bisa ye ho say me nua afrim ye pese ye hu de ku minua no we say minua na tiahwe we say minua ne dae we say minua na ye say we say minua na fa ha we say minua na ye say okay ye pese ye investigation na ye hu de ekoso ya say investigation ase ya court say yanko ye investigation yanko hwehwe ayi na ntimi ma so abra ye hu the cause of the death within 2 hours na ya fra catch ye say ayi no mo fa 2 billion 20 billion
Since the Ebusia penny and lawyer to cut a court to say. And yet there is event, and yet no correct. My autopsy, I think say not so almost so my there have been an autopsy.
Mama Brempomaa Akosua or the autopsy no report na lady ni the man on or the big coy or the big court.
The court gave them the order.
I think say you don't na court no so who say I say ya ye bi dada there and then
Dabi.
Ya ye bi dada. The police report asa akọ say enti ase ni de na ode aba no eni ensem na account na omudi ama omo no enclick. It's on person we fufuro. Me bo obi wu a ebusua betimi aye autopsy be 10 times.
I praise winning baby.
Eti no asem na ye ka no me pa cho san ma mi wie na mesi form. Eti asem na ye ka
asem we no ahwe aye ne ho style bi say I say wait here who your judge kwa be confused. Judges now omo yes adwuma no. In fact I pity them because you know what? Asem said they obesi aka no why you careful because here is the case say we are judge we dey aba petu anim say o person your autopsy other lawyers and asem say defendant so say yeah autopsy ni yeah be 2 days so and na afi almost the other reasons in so no more percent apart from autopsy there were other reasons especially immediate family reasons say or more and say immediate family what you say into we are judge you gonna feel some way we say okay maybe they because say be on we are friend is immediate family thing on person more this animal way then and I'm not saying there it should be the reason why they should the judge should have I mean the judge shouldn't give them the time to do the second autopsy or whatsoever but sometimes no sometimes no
in court no ebi a wasem ade ko no eye no kore pa o but quality man who wasem debate ya ho e ma o case no yetimi botugu
eti upa kire say son upa kire say eti judge no otie asem no e no de asem ni share say o kyenare minim papa bi a madam fu bi ni papa ye judge ma asem we ba ye no o ka kire me say judge bi ani wa obedi asem awi obeka asem ni ya okofia on ko share asem ni mu judges no mo po adwuma obi timi tina wa na akofia anajo asem na mu nyina obi abeka ne de no obo tape no atie no ahwe letters ni nyina mu judge no ohwe asem ni mu eti asem na se ansanade chi odi ni ruling eba okonta
Chris winning baby I remember one case be I was in court some other time winning after say obi abon nko wie no winning asem a judge no okan ye oru wie no asem a owie ye oru wie no asem okan ne say wo asem we ni sen ka ka sei na wo sen ka wo ka sei asem we aka sei na ma wa asem ulusu ye we aka sei na ma wa asem ulusu ye that was
enti san o be so kire me say
me pacho me ba asem a ye ka wa hanu ho we shouldn't to defend anybody the said judge in question na asem ekoto chief justice for bi no mo ye institumu asem na say so na man for side report cause what into the yen twa asem no so mo but the see any there me hu bi da. And it will be very difficult for anybody to defend this. Because you can't for 20 billion, bra, in 2 hours, bro. Charlie, if you don't pay my family nothing, but for one show, it's serious. We cannot defend this.
I
can never defend it.
Lumba, who has aspect.
Baby, I'm not saying, say, whatever they ruling, that's not what I am talking about. But I'm talking about, say, in court, no, their processes are they follow. What is
two parties say judge di asem wi anu asaba 2 hours ababe ka kire say asem na me di ye no me sabua etiko say come on
which asem AG kan
some party obetimi asimi because son onye na adwe say obedi atum say the course na ntwa yie
Minsu kakra mekanise minsu mi wa madamfo pa over 40 years or ye judge mpanyfo ni bi wo Ghana or Ghana or frame no say vida judge no I don't know some people don't read me I always read and you say we school now we adwuma na enu ano no ese wo kan ade wo koso sua ade sister no so onim ade papa onim ade pa ye ko school o si judge na andini ye Brempomaa de ni nyina o si ni nyina we omo andini ye nanso Ghana asem won't make up can
me patro be I forget to judge mo I yen card the current one why ebi obi wo no we dey anu akosi bone patro why o dey yen focus on the topic.
Nobody is. I think we are all here to learn. So
at the fan patro obetumi asime
Prissy NC
ye Ghana no na ese say ye hwe
asem na tum say judgment no amfoye
Tio, you see,
it's about time our own me bow minim baby awo either say wo Ghana and awo akwantum it's about time our own ye Ghana for no ye timi sorry china Ghana ye judicial system me bow ye judicial
system no kwa baby a ese say ye to me
judicial system ye health system ningina was here working police are not going on well in the country.
Yes. If
you are here defending her, it means to say
you no sorry what Ghana. You no demonstration. Serious one.
Uni baby, there was a ruling in Germany. Uni baby, Obina ya triane ka. Now the pay ni tria instead of 3,000 euros no. Okohe na account na be them 30,000 euros. And odi sika. And a company didn't call court to say odi sika. That was all no so we who to own tria. Do you know the ruling they give? After the whole process ni bibia no. Court ne ka say enipa ni tria. And a court ni we o share mra say obi send this sika to account to mu. Na say we who. Na wo this sika no rough wo di ni anyhow bia. They say bia van say wo this sika to account na nim sika no. Na the year unnecessary spending na you are not supposed to pay. And the same way, no, so yeah, what you turn your man kete near the idea, you are supposed to pay the money. This judgment, you know, it doesn't make sense, but they have made it, they have ruled it.
Make sense.
You make it.
This thing really makes sense because have you worked for that money?
It doesn't make sense. Sika beto question.
Ne salary
was 3,000 euros.
3,000 euros. No one receive 30,000.
Yes.
So we I didn't know will be out 3,000. No, I did 30,000. Unim say mistake na ba.
Also only there. And then I send because you're on the Sunday.
You can unya juma for such amount of money.
So 3 weeks of 1 month don't me back you. Call to Corona say maybe be back whatever call to Corona say sika na ebeto an account no say ohunu po na say or spend this sika no unreasonably the person is not supposed to pay. Tio. And the same court is saying say sika na ebeto mu na ebeto mu no say o spending on reasonable way you are supposed to pay. You see the judgment. To the corner betum now was it often say you are doing your normal shopping. That way you are supposed to pay. But if you are doing unnecessary spending and you are not supposed to pay. Even though say you are not supposed to pay. Who understand this judgment? But yes, it is wrong.
My mentor didn't make his judgment no. So the normal shopping I would say who didn't say this shopping 30,000 euros. So what I say, I now the got to turn
doesn't make it the fact but doesn't make it the fact say chronostica. And now doesn't make it the fact say we didn't see say 3,010 to 30,000. It doesn't change that. But
say you want ni papa ni wo
who counts?
Ni papa dia obe reveal sika yi
papa in court is not by
2 weeks or 3 weeks 1 month to clear.
So in court no they will rule out crown you will not even understand. But that's how it is. Because we was a company.
China go straight to the point. Yeah, dear Semama, you work for court. You catch us a real sem. Within 2 hours, near Fro said, far 20 billion, Ebra. What do you mean?
abusuapani na
obema
such
such amount of money.
Omubu a maame meba o abusuapani say omubu asem nem omudi kan di asem no first one anko ye side
asem we no there is eniema bebe ho akwa eye first time a ye mu bi ene woni mimienu nyina ya de ye experience. However omo ya no matwro law no emra no de ahye wo se ewo ho me any Lumba sense we nyina krampo a court sense no me have never pay attention. Me nim niam bebre fa any niam bebre
but the same day now
and me nwanwa say omo ka say up to now bibie ni ho no ma court no de aba say ye betimi akenkan fa. In fact this is my first time I met say and I'm surprised too. Say omo fa bibia ma obetimi akan verdict e fa injunction na e ba so sa last year. I'm really surprised.
So Adepa we say once you see no in this ruling na court no postpone here.
Well, Adepa so men are okay.
Or satro cast me say
is there verdict?
Of course.
Do you have a copy? Do you have a copy?
There was a verdict.
There is a verdict. Now court ben acquire the
say a verdict be an answer.
There is a verdict.
There is a verdict.
There is. And
there's
no verdict now. Wait me here about storage. Who verdict now? Bet me here about
I'm surprised because
the fact said the verdict is not out doesn't mean it's not there. A public record.
Of course.
A public record.
It is there.
One journalist defend Yesuba or court or find a when who verdict no. And you make us but then you will be betting them.
Of course, we respect Yesuba. We respect him a lot. He's my brother. We talk often. But one thing you have to realize, and I say, we're taking position, and so is other people. It's open a prayer. I mean, to me, can't just say we were no creepy. Into community, one could see some information never catch them. It's not reasonable. Until the court verdict is all.
No, it's very reasonable. Why not the park on the or call to them or interview lawyers? So what you say?
And I make a choice as open information on my home. Now make a choice will say correction or a you know, say I'm being biased. I mean, let's get the fact right. We'll be a court to be anywhere, be my judgment on for verdict in P. Verdict or but who can go to court and ask for the verdict? That's the question we all both have to ask. So that's the nature.
No, but the verdict is public document. Verdict is a public document. So far, only Pakwa court was say when who verdict do
Dr. BN or better diagnose what on child with DNT about hospital. We are trying to report. It's just a basic knowledge. Let's not argue about this. The fact that you haven't seen doesn't mean it's not there.
Interbusia asem na bae abusia panina na no muton tama o transition o no say omu kodi asem no yebu asem no first one ankwa amome de tapoto efunu amu ni so na omu san fra asem ni biem ti omu san fra ye no ana esa ten ye say omu nkofa 20 billion emla na omu mefa mu ni so ma anya omu within 2 hours omo abusua panin kofa ni furu konko na yi so atase na echese ye de tabu di ka to so ana verdict no yetimi change but enye saa day na because ay applications na obefale ansa ne asa kotrasem no so nti betimi ade e bia the next day and 2 days time but enye that valid day na wo judge wa ma verdict na wo de pen asi so assign no ana esa atene judgment any law be even lawyers for na mu kura bia beka so mo nti bi da in history. It's not there that no.
Okay, if I told you, will be count if I hold you, man. Sunday, good morning, let us say.
Adepa, good morning, on important to say.
I don't know.
Of us, Pana.
Yamia do me hoye pa na ami busa son of man. Ami busa son. Ami unique boko da munso e. Ami busa son of man or who said the son of God or son of man or Nami busa de say onu musa Ghana udi asem wie na do judge de na ba bo no ma for you to change asem na udi there is also for another court. hearing.
Can you repeat the question again?
Me say, who say Ghana judicial system, no? Say judge, it di assembly, right? Next what na ba ne table, you can say the table boss. Next assembly, no, or sorry, for you to change assembly while we di assign Eddie will be a copy a share in seminar on no. For you to change it, no, do you know say you have by Ghana law, no, you have to call for another court hearing to change that verdict now what Ankasa what the amano. And that has to be after 24 hours. Do you know that? If you don't know why, it's okay.
Okay, so to see here, there no person who say, why no say court ruling, not a decision, you also take care also for both sides. Yes, and our patron.
I will say offer another court hearing day, and it cannot be the same day. Yeah, why you say ruling? No, Ghana judicial.
Okay, so for me, there are certain things I mean.
Camera, tie. Me tie. You feeling toncheng. Menya lawyer ba me ready pa mpacho. Me ready pa. And I be question.
So then until the make can here, the me so my day. Ya come me so mate. I lawyer ka come mate.
Tio, me say the make no e bi onyanti mas. E pa kire say winnim. E bi a winnim. And I say winnim. Say winnim a.
Opa, what's the question again, Pacho?
The question is say winnim say judge. E bua asem wie. Na so almost sorry free sa case in so no what the stamp was so will be a copy of nasemna wabua no apieko for the judge need to change asemna wono ankasa abua no I was say we free another court hearing and it cannot be on the same day ya would di asem no eye mra no ya twere da ho emu ya say winnim a wosimenim but say winnim so dia eno na ma judge for the lawyers ni be say judge ya or yes adie no entwe because now was senka obe change na no
so make me akata there
yeah we lawyer be so lawyers need to be change we say as a matter of fact it can be done your offer no overall can it can be done the example will be my Kennedy in case hereby anasi the
offer what am I offer no ni bibi
once a court is over, no, you need to reconvene another court hearing.
Do you also know, sir? There are certain decisions, sir. Lawyers need debate even in the judge's chamber. I am out, and they take decision. Are you also aware of that?
I wish to send a future MP because because says I didn't know as if not or no part of the
you also know that maybe it was
for who say because you share there were out here. And I may feel to say judges in Sunya mistake. They make mistakes.
Of course, that is why there's a review. That's why assembly to require to Supreme Court.
Yeah, they make mistakes. Judges no. Obi great one judge be a met an interview, even US here. Almost an interview where a former judge, and he was being interviewed, I think, by Don Lemon. I think so. That time Don Lemon was at CNN. Now Oyejuma CNN, and he interviewed the judge. You know, I was thinking maybe many say video no their brother. Obusa and say has there been a ruling where rule one kasa? Well, who say we a mistake? Or say yes. I have, and there are some situations here. I wish I wouldn't have wrote it that the way I did. Which means a lot of judges make mistake, and when they make mistake, we should all be bold enough, in a nice way, to tell them say, "Are they way there?" And say, "Let's and say, "You be condone. Ebi anana mene wokan. Ebi a china." What do I say be court? You be buya masasa say what dia okosi wudan. wokɔ naane afrɛ wo sɛ sabra asase na ye bua ma wo no wotɔ no $40,000 but brabetua $60,000 and san what me akoye so adwuma and you are would defend this say you ba me say Ghana pa na judge and no say e kwan no ebubu dan du be got a kwan ntene kora and as a kwan no emubu dan a ohu obeka say oh e kwan na dam aban we dey we yi kwan na but you know dey ya kan nyina no Akosua Serwaa Lumba Brempomaa Odo Bronii ni nyina betwam but yemu say ye say dey ye dey ye binum nei that ye dey be ye ne a are we going to be happy? If we are not going to be happy there, then we should speak against what was wrong and we should praise what is right.
Offer when him say obetimasi wa ofi would be bia na asi but umu obi keke ebetina fi ho for some period of time and it fi money pa. Do you also know that?
Yentime nyema no but ye ehombra wo ho.
Ye beje am no. I see be say
ehombra wo ho yentime nyema no but ehombra wo ho.
Ehombra na ya ne kosi say me say wa ofi
mama kire obuza question ye sua de tu busa wo de no ma kire wo mutie. Ehombra na wo kan no. Se wo sifie Emma will be what Mfan says Sakumono. Nessa nipa na tenem. E hona awoteno. Ne makura ne mako school bi level baby a if self you know kotena mu na duro no. So watenemu after some number of years. Now we see who tuna jufia. Emrane say you should find a place. Not necessarily the same place or the same thing. But you should find a place here. Status adna ko jina no. Entry no ma form totally. Yes, same style. Baby, I want man at
12 years. Why? With no contact.
At 12, I do that 12 years. No, I'm not catch I said there. Do I'm not 12 years. No. Yeah, with the national status be. With the main training free status, no. If I name Quatana baby, a baby below or no. Status. So I'd not know. But you want solution, oh. Me can't hand. Emma will be antenna with you free. Ghana, Coroners Act. Emma will be antenna with you free. Oh yeah, offer people man, but people man say me ba. As my make can hear me. If you know yeah, or my regret it. But people man the pan say
uncompleted and answered
whether uncompleted or completed. Another pan. My point is that Emma will be antenna free. Emma in terms of oh, kahama me, and a tenafia hama me, and a man who more brought your mistake. Let me put it that way. A man who more brought your mistake. Eti the best thing I buy and say Adebayo wo me wa yibi wo Accra. Yeah, you see if you know. They are not a person ye no. But they change you to hotel. You know say you call town and country plan and yeah they not you call jeep permit ya. Ebema ya like it take it longer time. Where there was a change of government. It na obikan a lens kakra wo wa ban.
Ofa na day before.
Yes, no, you keep permit no, you private housing.
Oh, okay, I get it.
80 years, you know, and I dream about saying, you know,
as an apartment, Anna, Bibisa.
There be, yes, you know, me find
resident, so I'm
14 bedroom resident, but yeah, no, say a dime beer one in the private, like toilet, bath, private, as you on 3 plot. It's pram, okay, you know, yeah, I can't say there be. Adia ye be see hanum ni atena brochira ye be fie bia once a year useless and you changing in hotel it will fetch us money who changing no would mean changing keke o I was say we corner zone no any omo approve permit no they need to change it to a business property. For us to get that permit, unfortunately, there was a change of government. Okay, it's in Akwaya say the Ube would be and you have to go through a lot. Of course, Ghana want your bribe. Was it my bibin tones you know and your bribe? It take you long, but many lawyer Kasayano or catch them say Emma Ubia and Kotana a whole free. In Nipana,
what's our letter?
A more letter, man, tenancy agreement. Okay.
What own genius capana still no.
Man, tenancy agreement. Eti lawyer catch them say lawyer can say yeah man tenancy agreement. Na untia 5 Ghana cedis a month and 2 your country the man.
Okay.
A tenant can never become an owner.
Okay.
So let me a court ruling that was
me chrem wa hana ebinum wo so mbesua. The lawyer catch you know. Inti ade panipa ne tena for almost 5 years, right? But a drew bra ye tu no. When Timianka say, oh, what they hammer me, no, because what you tenant.
It makes sense, yeah.
Eti a drew baby crano, na me cry me this man ne yere mine now to one yere no or no idea. Yes, as long as you are paying something every month to account to a dear man. What they call to be now, dear General Catcher say, but you were a tenant, so why are you claiming to be ownership? And the way a foot to Amadema near SCFA, ya way near then because one tree, yeah, we move yet and our who mob broke so. Nikuna say, I feel not quite a man so. We a foot to a
tenant cannot be a landlord. Nanka may also check na me tell what the anka may landlord.
the ruling I was talking about. The ruling there was one issue after the whole thing the Pakoni a fee hold on for more than 20 years. And now the ruling was that the landlord is supposed to pay 45,000. To the Pakon or Tanahono. And I say the Pakon be 45,000 cedis. And I say Nipan be for by default. So in some ruling, a tenant can also become owner. What you say? So this person has to go and get money